Good morning. As I said, my name is Polina Shauchuk. I'm a consultant at Technopolis Group, and today I would like to present ESPON SDG Localizing Tool. This tool has been developed by Technopolis Group and VAT with the support from the Social Progress Imperative. The SDG Localizing Tool presents indicators to measure and monitor and benchmark the SDGs at the regional level. This simple, intuitive, and user-friendly tool allows to inform stakeholders on regional disparities, as well as inequalities, and urge regional and national governments in all the countries participating in the ESPON 2020 cooperation program to include the SDGs in local development plans and step-up actions. The SDG Localizing Tool provides answers to several questions, such as, is my region making progress toward achieving the SDG targets? Is my region lagging behind or leading in achieving SDGs compared to other similar regions? For example, from which region in Europe can I draw inspiration to progress towards the SDGs? And the last question, which regions would benefit from target support to help step up actions to improve their progress and thus contribute substantially to the national progress on the SDGs? In this tool, you also can find the following functionalities. The first one is a distance to targets. So the SDG Localizing Tool display a region's distance to the targets associated to each indicator using a radar plot. The targets defined per indicator also have been used to normalize the indicator values by setting the target to 100 to ease the interpretation. The radar plot, besides visualizing the distance to the targets, also benchmarks regions between them, and the median of the benchmark group can be seen. The next one functionality is a benchmark similar regions. Allows to compare regions with similar territorial characteristics. There is a possibility to select multiply benchmark groups. For example, you can select by population density or urban-rural, economic income criteria, as well as if a region is metropolitan or not, regions in the same country or regions with similar results. The next one, track progress. The SDG Localizing Tool embeds a progress tracker over the time for 2 periods. So we cover 2011 till 2013 period, and from 2014 and 2016. The progress tracker, besides allowing user to easily track positive or negative trends per indicator, and it also benchmarks region progress between them and also shows the median of the benchmark group. Nice option we have that this tool also provides the library option, which include example of regional actions and studies. For example, in the menu option named Initiatives, you can find initiatives related to SDGs. These initiatives can be tagged geographically at the regional or country level. The other option is available named Policies, and it provides relevant studies including EU, like those studies of EU institutions and international organizations on SDGs. And also, which is a very nice option in this tool, that all the raw data can be, so all the indicators can be downloaded, and as well all the visualization like maps, charts, radar plot can be downloaded, and also yeah, you can see it in the big screen in the big map. The methodological choice. How did we select these indicators? To select the indicators for the SDG Localizing Tool, a three-step approach has been followed. So the first one, Eurostat's SDGs reference indicator framework in terms of the conceptual choices through the Eurostat's SDGs and Me tool has been conducted. The second step, the indicator framework has been checked for its relevance at the regional level by cross-checking the approach and selection of indicators of the OECD report. And the third, by piloting the indicator framework with 3 regions. For example, Catalonia, Eastern Slovenia, and Eastern and Midland. How the targets have been defined? We have been relying on 3 sources. Reviewing of the OECD target setting, specifically the targets defined in the report, A Territorial Approach to the Sustainable Development Goals. The second one, we review of the associated UN targets. So we used like a special language which was creating distinguishing predominantly between like reduce by half, ensure, equal access, substantially increase. And the third, we were using EU targets by examining EU strategy documents, for example, like Green Deal, Europe 2020 targets, and other similar ones. And if, for example, the targets were already quantified, we directly use them. I'm sorry, I forgot one part to mention regarding the calculations. As you know that all indicators are at NUTS 2 level. However, we have in some indicators presented only at national level due to some data gaps. We also addressed the data gaps, and we had some consultation with the OECD regarding the methodologies we have been using, but mostly we were relying on the single imputation methods, which are very simple and at the same time efficient. And the last point which I would like to mention, that composite indicators have been calculated only in that case when all indicators within goal have been available. And let's go to this slide. I also wanted to share with you my screen with the tool itself and go through these 4 simple steps how this tool works. So I will show you an example how does this tool works, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me.